Yes, people. Welcome to the second ever edition of In the Mud on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and we back like in the original settings. You know what I'm saying? Back in the original settings where it all started. Like I said on the first episode, the pilot episode, back where it began before it was Sarcasm City TV, when it was the Sarcasm City podcast, which will be making a return, actually, complete side.
I was going to say that to you today, actually.
We're going to make a return this weekend. Yes, 110%.
I was listening to an episode, I was like, we was podding.
Yeah, we're going to get back to that because you want it back, I want it back. Monsters already said there's a couple other people as well I know who can get involved, so we will be bringing that back. But yes, I'm in the building. Tox is in the building. What are you telling me, family? You good?
All good, fam.
Which variant of Tox is this?
This is a calm variant.
Is this a calm variant?
Yes, it's a calm variant.
It took a minute to get there.
So yeah, like 3 decades.
Hey, we got there in the end, man. Took Liverpool 3 decades to reach a Premier League title. These things happen.
There you go.
These things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Just
And they supposed
fall
off of it. They supposed to be the biggest club in the country, you know. But you know,
they're supposed to have the best team ever, innit?
Yeah,
and y'all are in the mud for that, innit? Because y'all thought y'all was gonna dominate.
We're gonna get to that. Let's start there. But before we even get further, hit the like button on the video and make sure you share and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV, road to 4K. Go on, Tuck, start there. Kick it off.
We just landed here by accident, but I just think it was funny. Right, you get me. You made the Champions League, got spit roasted by Real Madrid, made the final again, and then you won in it versus Tottenham. Whatever in it. Like, congratulations.
Tottenham, it don't really count, but
yeah, like I don't want to say it don't really count, but it don't really count.
Yeah, it don't really count.
Like, Spurs. I don't want to sound like a hater or anything, but it is Spurs, isn't it?
It's Spurs, man.
It is Spurs.
It's like default, fam, innit? You know what I'm saying?
So then the season after, because I know you lot say it was the same season, and it wasn't. The season after, you then won the Premier League with no fans in the stadium. You won the COVID League, innit?
Yeah, man, the Corona champions.
The Corona champions.
That's what they are, man. The Power League, Premier League, fam.
No
drinks breaks. You know what I'm saying? Drinks breaks. 5 subs.
10 subs.
Yeah, man. It's not that roll on, roll off. In the Premier League, like, come on, man. Come on, no, don't take these man serious.
Basketball.
Yeah, like roll on, yeah, like it's basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
That was
funny. So you man did all that, won the Corona League. All right. Fair enough. Kudos to you in it. No trophy parade. You man you get me, raising trophies in an empty stadium. All right, fair enough. You won it. You won in it. You lot, I remember distinctly, was talking the hardest on Twitter, innit?
Facts.
It's about to be a dynasty. Y'all saying it was going to be in it. Like, you're going to dominate. You got XYZ. Like, you really felt like you was going to go on a run. Like, you was going to 3P or something for you, man, to win zilch since then, innit? And this season again, what competitions are they still in?
The Carabao Cup, they got the final. They're still in the FA Cup, still in the Champions League. Premier League's gone.
Premier League's gone.
So they're looking at trebles. You know what I'm saying? According to Ryan. Yeah.
Like, for the Premier League to be gone for you, man, where yous are in your development, for the Prem to be gone in January is diabolical, innit?
Absolutely.
That's just my opinion, innit? Like, it's not like, you can say what you want to say about United. I understand it all. But, like, you guys, where yous are in your development, should not be out of the title race in January. That's disgusting to me, innit? But whatever.
He was out of it in December. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When people was doing up Christmas shopping. But, yeah, I hear your point. Let's keep it real, man.
It was supposed to be like, you, man, thought you was going to dominate and just to let City just be running away with it. Like, bro, like, when United was challenging for titles, like, no teams were just running away with it, innit? Like, Jose kind of came in like a whirlwind and whatnot, but like
people came in every 2-3 years, but we were the dominant one. We was the Michael Jordan in it. There might have been times during the 90s where he didn't win it for different reasons, but for us, that was our era. Everyone knows the Premier League from the 90s to the early 2000s was us.
Yeah, this is an indictment. The fact that City just be walking the league is an indictment on you, man, innit? Like Liverpool and Chelsea specifically, because you guys,
Chelsea.
That's so trash. You guys are supposed to be the ones that stop that in it, and they just like, yo, I never seen a team run away with it on United, bro. Like, we lose on goal difference and things like that. You get me?
1 point.
Yeah, like, you're just letting this team just run it like it's nothing in it. Like, and I can't run my Pep Guardiola agendas now because you man are trash in it. Do you know how much it, bro? You know my
because you was on Pep. Like, what if you don't know? Tox was on Pep. when he was at Barcelona, talking about if he came to the Premier League. I remember them conversations that he would fail in the Premier League, blah, blah, blah. I remember these conversations like 08.
I just didn't know that when he did get to the Premier League, everybody else
would be trash.
Yeah.
I get your point.
I think he's a fraud, innit? I still feel like he's a fraud, innit?
That's wild, but it is what it is.
I don't heap praise on Pep Guardiola for Barcelona when Luis Enrique came and did the same thing you did right after, you get me? And he was winning before you as well. I don't heap praise on you for Bayern Munich when the managers before and after you were doing the same things. You get me? You got to agree with the Barcelona one as well, bro. They trash now. I don't know. But Luis Enrique, bro, he won a treble.
No, Luis Enrique did the treble, but it's the manner in which they did it. Like his Barcelona side, we know, even though that, and you give plaudits to Luis Enrique for that. His Barcelona team and his, because he won more than a treble, I think they won 6 was better. But the Bayern Munich one I agree with because a manager before him and a manager after him outdid him. Didn't match him, they outdid him. Flick won the Champions League, I think, 2 managers afterwards, and then 2 managers before. I think a manager did the quad, I believe. I can't remember which manager it is. They'll let us know in the chat. I can check it out anyway on Google. But yeah, so Bayern Munich, I agree with you on.
If me,
Barcelona, not so much.
He's going teams where if I walked in as the manager and you was the assistant and Ryan was one of the coaches, we would be winning these trophies. You get me? You walked into a City team that was winning things already.
Yeah. And that's where the thing I give him credit for in regards to the Premier League is not only the style in which he's done it, is he's done things that many major managers haven't done. Certain people's goats like Arsene Wenger, winning back-to-back. And he's done it twice, which we know is very tough to do. The next step now is to three-peat. He has to three-peat. Yeah, he's done. If he wins it this season, it'll be 2 back-to-back.
If he does it this season, right?
It'll be 2 back-to-back. And that's very tough to do. Not only is it tough to win it back-to-back once, but to do that twice is very impressive. He has to three-peat.
He's looked good doing it.
Yes.
He's looked very good doing it. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't. When we start having GOAT conversations, these things go against you, innit?
Yes, Abdi. It was my man. I couldn't remember his name, but you're right. That was the Bayern Munich manager before. I think it was him, then Ancelotti, then Pep, but I could be wrong. But it's something, that's the timeline.
Abdi says Klopp is the better manager. See, for me,
go on.
When you look at Klopp's accomplishments, for me, they stand out more. I give Klopp more points for his accomplishments.
That's a fair point.
The Dortmunds, the Liverpools after three decades, like
they're the two. The problem is that he needs to continue.
Yeah, he's like one and done, innit?
Yes, like he's like that rapper who had 3 hit singles, but them 3 hit singles, they were his summits. Like everywhere you went, they was the tune that was like Giggs Talking the Hardest. Yeah. Like Giggs Talking the Hardest. When that tune landed, you heard that tune everywhere. Yeah. Like now, Burna Boy, yeah. Like that's one of them. That's his. Whereas Pep's had more #1 singles, but they might not have had all of them had the impact. Like one thing I'm gonna say about Pep is why I give him most credit for in regards to Manchester City is the manner in which he won the Premier League. Because he's come in and won the Premier League in a style that even I was like, I don't know if you can do that. And that was the major conversation. Can you come in and win the Premier League and dominate without pace and power? Can you do it where all the players ain't 6 foot plus, where it's on ball retention and having smaller technical players? And he's proved everyone who doubted that or anyone who was totally against him wrong. Where he needs to do, again, back-to-back, cool. Has to three-peat, though. Has to three-peat to get into that goal conversation to me. You know what I'm saying? If we're comparing him to Fergie, that's what it is. There's no one else. In terms of Premier League managers, he's the second best. He's out-cleared the second best. He's better than Klopp. He's better than Wenger. He's better than Mourinho. 110%.
Are we just talking Prem?
Just Prem. Right, I'm talking. That's what I'm saying.
I can agree with that if we're just
I'm saying just Prem, because if we're talking GOATs, then you're talking, that's a whole, I've had this conversation, that's a whole, like, you talking Zidane's, Ancelotti's, that's a whole nother conversation. I have to
specify if it's
that's why I said specifically the Premier League, because that was my major point was, in the Premier League, can you win the league title that way? I had my major doubts, because when you see something won from 92 up until 2013 in a set way, there's no way you think you can deviate from that. It's like a UFC fighter coming out and dominating right now, but his style is completely different. Like he's kick first or something crazy like that. That's what it is with Pep. But does he have to three-peat? Absolutely. Champions League, he needs to get that monkey off his back.
Yeah,
has to get that off.
That's that monkey.
Has to, innit? Prefer if we're keeping it real with Fergie, you should three-peat twice. To be honest, because Fergie did it twice. But again, that's the length of time, and the Champions League needs to be done. Domestically, he's done well also. Can you build another squad and another squad after that? But yeah, Pep Scott, I understand your points with him at Barcelona, and definitely more so at Bayern Munich. I'm in agreement with that.
All right, we're going to see. But that was like, I don't know how we got there in it.
Because we were talking about Klopp and Liverpool being in the mud.
Yeah, Liverpool, you're definitely in the mud, innit? Because you're out of the title race, and it's January.
Facts.
And you get me Van Dijk back, and you get me just like, nah, you know, like, bro, like,
let's talk about it.
The hardest, innit?
Facts, because it's like you got Klopp, who me and Tox have both just said great manager, no doubts about it. You've got Alisson, arguably the best goalkeeper in the league. You've got Trent, who is I'm just pointing it out to point up the level of it, so no one's like, no, he's not such and such a bad, but one of the best. Trent, who's one of the best right backs. Robertson, who's one of the best left backs. Van Dijk, who's one of the best centre backs. Fabinho, who's one of the best holding midfielders. Salah, who's one of the best goal scorers we've seen in Premier League history and one of the best players currently. Mane might be falling off, but he's still Mane. You know what I'm saying? And that you've got Shaw, who is a very good squad player to have.
Very good squad
player to have. And you just letting City just dominate you, man.
What? With no striker?
Just dominate. Like, not even putting up a fight. Like, you just getting walked through like Chelsea walked through Spurs. And we're going to get onto Spurs as well, because that just came to my head as well about Spurs. But yo, Liverpool really are in the mud. That's right.
Yeah, they got to be, bro. Like, it's January.
And you man are just done.
It's not March, May. You get me? The April, like, come on, bro. Like, that's terrible, isn't it? That's like, you lot really should be disappointed in your team. Yeah.
Like, they really are. Like, man, I'm saying here, Liverpool have an aging squad with no replacement. They might be in trouble.
Agreed, but the thing is, with them having an aging squad, like, they all should be slap bang in their prime right now. They got the right blend, innit? Like, Van Dijk's the right age to be winning right now.
Absolutely.
Salah, right age to be winning right now. Like, Fabinho, good age. Like, you get me? And then you've got Robertson and Trent, who are young. Like, you lot got a great blend and a great squad. And are just getting walked by City.
That's what it is. It's not so fact that you're losing like the one they lost by a point. You man are just December is over.
And they have no striker.
Show's over. Like, and there's no fight. Like, Liverpool fans don't believe, like, if you lot win, I think it's your 2 games in hand or game in hand and beat City, you're 6 points off them. I don't believe you can. But Liverpool fans don't. Title gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool in the mud. Yeah, Liverpool in the mud.
You lot made the Prem shit.
Yeah, like Liverpool, and we weren't even expected to go here. Mohammed saying it was gone in December. Big up Westbrook is goal. It says big up to you as well. I'd be saying Pep spent millions and millions though. Klopp had that to spend. He would dominate Pep. Pep is brilliant, but he's overrated. The thing is, the reason why Pep gets the millions and millions to spend is because you know if you get him his players, he's going to bring you success. That comes with success. You're not just going to give £100 million or £500 million to anybody. If Brendan Rodgers goes to Manchester City, they're not giving him $500 million.
He's been allowed to fail spectacularly.
Yes, he has.
And that's a luxury of a manager's.
Credit in the bank.
You get me, have 2 or 3 goalkeepers before you get the goalkeeper you want. And how many fullbacks has he ran through? Like,
yeah, that's credit in the bank. The reason why now, if Pep didn't win a league title, say this season and next season, City fans are going to be much more lenient on him because of success he's brought him. We were lenient on Fergie because of the success that he brought Manchester United. People don't understand that. Success builds credit in the bank where you know what you allow it. Same way if you have a striker that's cold. If he has an off day and misses 2 1-on-1s, you're not going to be as critical of him. Because you know more often than not, this guy's a 30-goal season striker and he's helped my team win many games and trophies, etc., etc. And that's legit what it is. See, look, here he comes with the excuses. This is the first season I really get onto Klopp. All right, for not winning the title. Last season, we did have injuries. Everyone has injuries.
You just took the words out of my mouth, bro.
Everyone has injuries.
Everybody. I didn't take that as an excuse from Liverpool last season. Yeah. They championed, especially Bloodstraw. Like, he championed that, but it's like, bro, everyone has injuries.
I was on his case last week on, what's it called? On From a Third Eye View. Because obviously we hadn't done a show in a couple of weeks because of obviously Christmas and New Year. He was telling me about Liverpool still in the title race, mentality monsters. I'm like, yo, where's the mentality, fam? That was his thing. Big up my brother Stroh. That was his thing. Mentality monsters. That was his thing. I told you. Mentality monsters. Yeah, man. Anfield under the lights. No one wants to go there. Special nights in front of the Kop.
Mentality
monsters on the Klopp.
Out of the title race in January.
Nah, fam. December, man. December. Before Christmas. Before Christmas.
Mentality monsters.
That's what he said. Mentality monsters, that's what it is. And no, Ryan, would I say Pep failed? No, I say he underachieved.
I say failed.
He severely underachieved. He failed in the Champions League, but overall at Bayern Munich, he just underachieved.
You know, one horse title race, bro. Like you winning the title.
He's supposed to, but hey, trust me,
failed.
There's gonna be managers. We spoke about Klopp. We've seen managers not win it. Even though that was a long time ago, we see manager back to back. I don't know if it was the same, but two managers, it could be either two or one manager not win there. And you still went there and won everything you were supposed to, apart from one trophy. So if you go and win trophies, I'm not going to say you failed. He underachieved. And I think Pep would tell you that.
He grossly
underachieved. Yeah, he would tell you that. Yeah, 100%. He would tell you that. Yeah. I think Pep's that much of, like, we're talking mentality monsters. He is that. He expects the best, I think, not just from his players, but also from himself. He'll tell you, like, right, I should have done bad, which he should have. But, yeah, man, it is, you're right. Injuries is part of football. Injuries is a part of football. It's on the board for not buying depth. I agree. I 110% agree. If you win the Champions League, that changes it. But for right now, you're in the mud and that. And that being said, you can see it across the bottom, people. To make your in the mud nomination, so you can get any player, any manager, any team from any league in the world in the mud. If you super chat, they're in the mud. Me and Tox will talk about it. Same way, if you want Liverpool out the mud and you drop a super chat, that'll take Liverpool out the mud. But then someone might super chat and drag them back in, and it's a bidding war between you two. So that's how it works. But yeah, Liverpool, we weren't even going to start.
Mentality monsters.
Mentality monsters, that's what Stroll said. I was like, what happened, fam? Title race done. When I was telling him City, like I said, if it's not Chelsea, it'd be City. I already said the league title was going to the blue half of London or the blue half of Manchester. It was take your pick. It was going to a team in blue.
Yeah, Chelsea in the mud as well.
All right, talk about it. Let's go there and talk about it.
I'm just saying they're in the mud in general. Not this week. I'm not putting you in the mud in it because obviously you beat Tottenham. I feel like Lloris is in the mud for getting beat by that Ziyech shot.
This guy, you know?
Yeah, bro. You was there, bro. You're on that side, innit? Jump, fam. Like, why did you not save that? I don't understand, innit? It was a great shot. Finely placed. But he was there. It wasn't like he was on the other side of the goal. Like, bro, he was there, innit? Like, saved this. I don't understand. Like, he maybe thought it was going wide. I don't know. But saved the shot, innit? You're definitely in the mud for that. Because I was like, oh, that's a shot. But, boy, you should be saving that. You didn't even try. I'm confused, innit? You wasn't wrong-footed. It wasn't none of that. You know when someone takes a free kick and the keeper's like, he's heading one way and then it goes the other way and he's just wrong-footed? It weren't that. You was just there, innit? That was terrible goalkeeping to me. Terrible goalkeeping.
This guy.
Terrible goalkeeping, bro.
Shall we go get to Arsenal? Don't worry about it. So you're putting Lloris in the mud?
Yeah. Lloris
I think that's harsh.
Nah. Hugo Lloris is in the mud.
I think
because the game's deadlocked in it, bro.
Game's never deadlocked, man. It's Chelsea Spurs, man.
All right, but
they just little bothered them all the time.
Spurs had that goal, which could have given them a bit of confidence, which I'm not entirely sure if it was the right call for it to be called as a foul or not. I'm actually on the fence about it.
Yeah, it's not a foul to me.
But you've drew blood. It's a foul, but to me, you've drew blood, which is like that's enough to give you the impetus in it.
Kane's silly for that. Yes, I agree with that.
You've drawn blood. That's a lot in it. When you're going into a game and everyone's got you pegged to lose, in it, you drew blood. So for it to be deadlocked 0-0 and then you concede that, like nah. And yo, big old age as well. How old is Lloris? Like 34 or something? Like nah, that was a terrible goalkeeping. You need your goalkeeper to save that, man.
This guy said to save it.
Yeah, you gotta save. He was there.
You're putting the
bro. He was there. Bro.
He was that side of the goal. You know what it reminds me of? You'll remember this. Remember when Rooney scored that volley against Newcastle?
Yeah.
Shea Given's that side of the goal.
That was just so ferocious. It was like no one Rooney just popped apart the blue and hit that. Ziyech was winding up. It reminded me of that Bruno goal versus Everton, where he's like looked at the keeper, looked down, looked back at the keeper, and then just hit it.
Which goal was this?
Where he was outside the box and he had the ball, he was going to pass it. He looked at the keeper,
was it Everton,
looked back down.
This season?
It was like last season or season before.
Okay, right.
It was like you see him winding up, like Ziyech, you see him winding up for the shot, bro. Like you should be expecting the shot. Where's your anticipation? Like the shot's coming. The Rooney shot was just out of the blue. That was out of the clear blue sky, bro. You don't expect no one to just hit the ball from that height. Like it just dropped down from the heavens and you just lick it. Like you don't expect that, innit?
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro. You're in the mud, Lloris, innit?
So you're putting Lloris in the mud. I'm just putting Spurs because it's like that's one of your fiercest rivals, one or two, whoever you're talking to as a Spurs fan. And you might just roll over for the fourth time. You might just roll over and play dead. Like legit, every single time. Like you were talking about Liverpool and Chelsea just rolling over for City.
Yeah.
They roll over for Chelsea 4 times. I watched both Carabao Cup games. I watched some of the first league game and I watched the second half of the game, the last one. Spurs just offered 8-0 in aggregate.
Yeah,
8-0 in aggregate.
That's terrible.
No fight, no nothing. Just come and just brush you aside.
I'm not gonna give him calm because it's like I'm waiting for Conte to get some of his signings in it. Like you can see him, like he doesn't like what he's got. Like he wants more. You know he wants more.
Oh yeah, so. You already said the level of this team is not that high.
Yeah, like, he said that earlier as well.
Yeah, man. You landed them was like, yeah, listen, what's going on, Daniel?
I was fresh off the plane and said it, innit? So I'm not gonna judge him until he gets his players in, innit? I think when he does get his players in, like he's gonna be a match for them.
Oh yeah, I've already said that Conte will have some success at Spurs, whether that's top 4, if it's FA Cup, League Cup, a Conference League, a Europa League, something along those lines. A lot of Nintendo though.
United are in the mud for not signing him.
Did you want Conte?
I would, bro. I was twerking for Conte. Bro.
I was like, I would take Conte, but I like the Ralph route.
I like the Ralph route because Conte. I was twerking for Conte, bro.
Yeah, the reason why, and again, when I say that, people, I'm not talking about Ralph coming in as interim. I'm talking about Ralph as the consultancy role. That's what makes it key to me. Because he even asked me on Shameless, who do you want as the next manager? I said, whoever Ralph wants. Because we need to improve our recruitment. Because our recruitment is shocking.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like when I looked at it, I'm like, our recruitment has just been, and there's been no plan. Like the pieces weren't in place. And
what is it's Fergie's fault really, because what happened is Ed Woodward came in and he's seen the Fergie model and he just wanted to give all the managers autonomy. So it's like, David Moyes, who do you want? Okay. Van Gaal, who do you want? Okay. Jose, who do you want? Okay. Yeah. There's not been no structure behind the scenes. You've just let the managers do what they wanted to do because that was the Fergie model, innit? So that's why that's gone wrong now. It's only now they're thinking, do you know what? We need to pivot off this Fergie model and actually have something in place, innit? But
it took them like 8 years to figure it out. How did it take you so? Like you lot highly paid, highly trained people, and you can't figure this out. Like 2-3 years in, maybe this ain't it. Maybe we need a profile of player and a stat, but it is what it is. Big up to When the Surfer says, hey, can we put Worldwide Chelsea Pro Clubs team in the mud, please? 6-0 run, more in comments.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, we could definitely go into this. So for those that don't know, big up to the Worldwide Chelsea Done, Sadiq, Kozilla, Timo, the whole gang. We played them. So we played them on Pro Clubs FIFA 22, Sarcasm City TV FC versus Worldwide Chelsea. You can go check it out on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch or the Worldwide Chelsea Twitch. Make sure you follow both. And basically, yeah, like what Surfer says here, we 6-0 against them currently. So we played the first set of games. This was weeks back. They beat us. He was running their mouths because I went back and watched.
They was running their mouths. They was talking.
They had a lot to say. Yeah. And then even when we played them the second set of games, so they won a lot. I think they won 2 games. Yeah, I think they won the first 2 games. Mm-hmm. And then we played them the second time round, beating 4 games straight. 4-0. Battered them. Bear in mind, this was makeshift.
You're missing. Yeah, that's the point you need.
Tops is a part of our front three. So Tops, Monts, and Ethan, and Cam, you can throw in that mix. Our front 4, well, Cam's played. So 3 of our front 4 is missing. Basically, our left winger, which is Tux, our 10 and our 9. So we got Surfer and Cammy, who are actually our fullbacks playing on top. You know what I'm saying? The only person playing in position in that game is me. We got new players in Raws who have come in and stuff like that. So that tells you all you need to know. And we battered them 4 games in a row. So they was like, all right, let's rematch. Like, all right, we're going to rematch. And then we beat them 2 games yesterday. So yeah, they're well in the mud. To the point where even Sadiq added me on Instagram and was like, yo, if this keeps going, I'm going to get the sack. We just levels above. And now we trying to get games. And man ain't messaging me back and that. Man, the DMs and that, man ain't messaging me back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Man ain't messaging me back.
I'm going to tweet them, innit? What I'm going for you, man?
Because I said 11 today and I texted him early in the morning.
They said 11, bro. Like, they said 11.
Oh, they on it today? I didn't see that.
But yeah, the tweets, they were saying they was down tonight, innit?
Yeah. I know they deleted tweets.
They was talking the hardest, yeah.
I know they did a Daisy Maguire. They did a Ryan out here deleting tweets. Oh, man.
They was deleting tweets.
Well, I seen you post the screenshot.
Tonight, 11 p.m. man, let's go. Like, right, okay.
Are we on this? Let's go. Like, we down. And this is for not just Worldwide Chelsea. This is an open challenge to any content creators, any artists, anyone who has a channel or anything going on, any entrepreneur will play your team. So we're not just out here looking to play random. It's like, let's do channel versus channel. And we can run it on our channel, you run it on yours. Because that's what happens with Worldwide Chelsea. We'll run it on our Twitch, they'll run it on theirs. And then the rivalry helps everybody. You You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these man mentioned 11 p.m. tonight, like numerous times.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay. So yeah, worldwide Chelsea definitely in the mood. 6-0. 6-0. 6-0.
I think I was talking the hardest.
Tops came back with a bang. Too late. He scored both goals in 1-0 wins. Proper. Because we're a flair team, but they were proper industrial, efficient performances. We Chelsea'd worldwide Chelsea.
I need you lot to understand we was missing our starting striker, our starting cam, our right winger, we was missing the person who plays any, we was missing the right back,
missing the left back because Surf played up top.
Right, then was we missing the centre back? Like we really had the B team.
We really was, and they had the cheek to be like, because we played the A team yesterday, but when we played the B team, why are they playing the B team? That being said, trials are always open, people. So anytime you see us go live on Twitch, if it says Sarcasm City B, that's open trials, because what always happens is like yesterday. I mean, it happened yesterday when there's 9 of us on. Everyone wants to jump on, but when there's 3 of us, and me, Surf, and husband are like, yo, jump on, there's no one there. Every single time and that. I'm like, yo, the universe is cool. But we're always looking for players. That's why I created the B team. I probably end up creating a C team as well, people, just to get as many players in as possible. Like, yeah, man, because people always do it. So I'm like,
the more games, the better I'm down.
Yeah, and that's legit what it is. So I'll tell everyone who's in the A team, yo, I'm playing the B team or C team. Come jump on and you know what I'm saying? So that's legit what it is. But yeah, man, big up worldwide Chelsea. And I said it in the group chat after the first set of games. I was like, they might not win another game against us. Like it could be one of those runs.
Because if we start getting our first team in, like it's a wrap for them.
6-0. And we beat them yesterday. And we was at like 4. I watched the games back. I'm frustrated watching them back like I'm United. I'm like, yo, we haven't put these men to the sword. And like I say, Tox popped up with the late winner, first one from my cross. And I'm playing any. I'm not any people. Like there's 2 Ennies. I'm third choice any. There's 2 Ennies ahead of me. Like that puts it into perspective. And both Ennies are way above me. Shout out to Cam and Huncho. I'm third choice any. And then because I'm third choice any, I can't even play DM.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got my guy playing centre back. Like this puts it into perspective of what's going on. Like Tox played first choice, 2 winners. And he's not played for weeks. Man came back. I'm saying made the difference in that. Speak for you, like now we can't hear from you.
Yo, disappeared, bro.
You know what I'm saying? See, toasted to you man on it or not. So this is an open invitation. Any pro clubs team, FIFA 22, PS4 or 5. But like I said, you have to be either a channel, content creators, artists, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big up to Worldwide Chelsea. Go subscribe to them on YouTube as well, people. Make sure you do that. Where else we are? Conte's success will be his severance package when they have to sack him. Hey, if you don't, they need to just allow it. Big on my guy Neil. Says, yes, guys, what's good? I'm still on the vibes from roasting Babs. Yeah, Neil was on Babs' net. How to be a Shameless FC on his case and that. You know what I'm saying? More red cards than goals. We're going to get to them.
Yeah, we're going to get
Daredevil says, hey, how's it going, Flawless? Love from the USA here. Love the content. Big up to you every single time. This is right, yo. Sarcasm City TV Pro Clubs versus Worldwide Chelsea is like Chelsea versus Spurs in real life. It's kind of like that. We just little boy them every single time. Appreciate you like the hot crypto, my guy. Those first set of games were like Avengers Infinity. We were split. These last 2 meetings, we like Avengers Endgame on your left. Pretty much Sean Tux played on the left. See that? Makes sense, innit? And then Asher's Nash. There's Nash in it. But where are we going next? We're going to Arsenal, actually. Going to Arsenal, we're back. Arteta at the wheel. Hashtag trust the process. All this talk I've been hearing. And people think I just be hating. You know what I'm saying? I just be trolling. And I do. But when you put things into perspective, and I do, no doubt about it. I be trolling, I be hating. But I'm honest about these things. I'm very honest when I'm trolling and hating because I give them their props where props is due. However, I said this from early. They are a bang average side. The only reason they're in a top 4 race is because the quality of the league is not that good. And that includes my own team.
In Europe as well. That's what it is.
And they in Europe. My team ain't that good. Spurs are not that good. West Ham are not. We was on Shameless. Neil was in this. Neil said this. I couldn't believe it. Leicester have lost more games than they've won this season.
And they're a good team.
No, fam. They're even a good side. Yes, they've been horrendous. Yo, they are 10th. They are 12 points from 4th place. That's wild. They have 4 games in hand. They have lost more games than they've won. They are the equivalent of how the Lakers are. The Lakers are 25 and 23 right now. But Leicester are still in with the chat. If Leicester win 3 of those 4 games, they're in the top 4 race.
Yeah, everyone's shaken.
You know what I'm saying? And that Brighton have won one game in like 3-4 months. They're 8th or 9th. Like I've said this before, outside of the top 3, the quality is not good. So that's why we're still in the race. But back to Arsenal.
Arsenal, you might need to understand that you're not in Europe this season, innit? So, like, there's a reason why you're doing a bit better than what you would usually be doing, because you man are an 8th place team, innit? Like, let's not ever get that fucked up. You man are an 8th place team, innit? But you're not in Europe. So, yeah, it makes it a bit easier. We've seen teams that are not in Europe, like, go ahead and win the league, for example, in the past. Like, but you man forget. And this is what's great about Arsenal fans, because they're forgetful, innit?
Oh, yeah, very forgetful.
They're hella forgetful. You man forget that you man fall apart every season around January, February times, innit? Like, that train is never late, fam. That train is never late. Every season for like the past 15 summers. For like the past 15 years, January, February, you man capitulate. That word is synonymous with Arsenal, fam.
It's a very Arsenal-ish. Yeah.
You man have not won a game since Boxing Day last year.
That man have more red cards than goals in the year of 2022. That tweet bang, by the way. You lot are bad people. That got almost 300 likes. I checked it. I was like, wow. That shit got almost 300 likes. Probably up to 300 if I go and check. I'm getting people at me, salty Arsenal fans and that. I'm like, yo, go win some matches. Why are you getting mad at me for stating facts? All I did was state facts. And man are getting mad. But this is the team I'm supposed to be fearful of and scared of. No.
Never.
I'm not fearful or scared of. Absolutely not.
Never in a million
years. I'm not. Because your team, as I've said before, do you have some good players? Yes, but for the most part, is bang average.
Both your strikers ain't performing.
Yep.
Like, it's just what is going on.
Arsenal fan, man. What do you mean what's going on? Like, hey, Arsenal Football Club. It's Arsenal fan.
Oh, my God.
This is Arsenal, and you got man like Igal turning off watch-alongs. Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. Man, switch off the watch-along, fam. Carabao Cup. The karaoke cup, people. The Okie Kokie Cup. And man are turning off watch-alongs.
Oh, my God.
The man's turning off watch-alongs, fam.
Arsenal, bro.
I would understand if it was like a Champions League semi-final. Or the league was gone off. Is that how much you're on your knees? Shout out to Igal though. That's my guy. And then Terry sent me the clip of Igal and he was hyping up being on 35 points. I was like, what is going on? Let me play this. Let me run this. Igal, you're in the mud too, fam.
I see that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Igal, you're in the mud too. I can't believe my ears.
35 points. Like,
you're on 28. Like, are we Burnley and Newcastle? What are you talking about? What are you up like? Oh, wait, let me try and find this. Man was hyping up.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll be ahead of you for sure and all this crap. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about?
You might have not won a game in a whole month of football,
Facts.
bro. Over the Christmas period and that, like New Year's. You might have not.
Tottenham fan base.
Yes, hold up.
It's about your fan base. It's about the Tottenham fan base. Come outside, Tottenham fans. Where are you?
You did the Delia Smith? Where are you? Let's be having you. Let's reel this back. Hold on. I need to find a full clip. Look at this. Too hype, man. Shouting.
It's about the Tottenham fan base. Come outside, Tottenham fans. Where are you? You said Arsenal Football Club should not be excited. Manchester United fan, you said Arsenal Football Club should not be excited. Guess what? Guess what? We're on 35 points. How many points are Manchester United on? 28. How many points are Tottenham on? It's irrelevant. You're not catching us.
What?
You are not catching us this season. Arsenal Football Club are finishing above Tottenham this season.
Look at this. Let me try and find the full one as well. That is ridiculous.
What date was that? What date?
That is, he sent it me to, Terry sent it to me yesterday, but I'm not sure. Whenever it was 35 points, what are they on in the league right now?
36 is not one. They ain't moved nowhere in it, so that could have been any time in the past month, innit?
I'm gonna tweet that tomorrow and be like, yo, they haven't won since this. They haven't won since Igal and that.
Oh my God.
They haven't won since Igal.
They're on 36 points. Tottenham are equally on 36 points with a game in hand, innit? So
this is what I see. Let me see, because there is a full clip. Someone put the edit on it as well, innit? You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find it.
Jesus.
Someone put an edit on it.
You are the gift.
Let me see.
You are the gift.
It was running around. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if I can find this. Larger Pigal though.
35 points, bro.
Man hyped it up like, yo, we're on 35 points. You're on 28. I'm like, yo, what is up with this guy? Big up to Igado. Make sure you go subscribe to EGTV. Make sure you don't delete no more watch-alongs though, people, man. I'm holding people in the chat responsible. You know what I'm saying? Is that the full thing? No, that's not even the full. There's one, someone put edit on it in it, but I think this is the same thing. I think it is. Where are you? check this
Why?
out. But yeah, big up to a gal anyway. I'll have to have a look for that. But yeah, big up Arsenal. Typical Arsenal in the mud, you know what I'm saying?
Gift that keeps on giving.
Absolutely goddamn dude.
Well, look at that form, bro.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, it is. Big large up Arsenal. Big up this vid and you boys, fantastic stuff. Big up Anthony, man, tuned in all the way from Australia. Large up, man. I don't know what time it is out there, but I know it's mad because the time difference is crazy. All aboard the Arsenal capitulation train. Next up, we are back. City, last up, Bang Average. Yeah, man. Hyping up that 0-0 when they got at Anfield. You know what I'm saying?
Averageville.
You know what I'm saying? That first half when they got against Manchester City, a game they lost. Like, come on, man. Oh, we played well against City for a half. Well, you lost the game.
That's how deprived you man are of like just good performances against top sides, isn't it? Like deprived, bro. Yeah, you man in the mud, innit?
Stressed.
Arsenal Football Club, team, players, and fans, innit? Like strikers not scoring. Where's Obama? Who? Obama? What? Like what happened to all that, innit?
Obama who? Obama what? Obama bench, fam. That's what happened, fam. That's what happened. My fault. Let me go get a tat and that and do the next thing, innit? Just Arsenal for you, innit? Being Arsenal. Oh, that's what it is.
You man are the true banter club of this country.
Yes. Like, as bad as it gets, I always think we could be Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because for most part, Manchester United fans, like, we're in a sense of like we know where we're at and we know when we're bad. But Arsenal fans have this thing where, and Spurs fans have it to an extent as well, where they think they're good.
They're only ever 2 or 3 wins in a row away from their fans getting gas.
Like, yeah, we're back.
Like,
this is us,
bro.
We're back. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, relax. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you want to plug in the chat, plug in that. Hey, Black Diamond alive, man. The gal's cool in that. Does have some wild takes, but here we are. Big up Flawless and Tops. Arsenal again rejected by Vlahovic and the first choice from Leon. Oh yeah.
That's another reason why you're in the mud as well, isn't it? Because I don't know who this player is. I've never watched him play in it, or if I have watched him play, I just never realized. But all you man that anytime Arsenal are linked to someone, here go these man with the propaganda in it, and this guy's the second coming now. All of a sudden, in it, you see it time and time again, for man to just reject you in it. So it's just like, just relax in it, man. Like, you man haven't watched this guy play in it. I'm sure of it, bro. So like, stop it in it.
Just look at his numbers because he has very impressive numbers in Serie A in it. That's what it is. Because he's a top-notch striker in terms of I know his numbers are good.
Lukaku had great numbers in Serie A as well.
Hey, us Chelsea fans how that worked out. You know what I'm saying?
He's in the mud as well.
Talk to us in that. Right, Lewis say here, I must have heard his feelings and shameless large of my guy Lewis, man. Surprised he's not popped up, man. This guy wants to leave me like AC leaving Chelsea. Someone tweet Lewis and tell him I miss him, tell him jump in. I might message him in it. Large of my guy Lewis every single time. I'm not saying it's the history of the Arsenal. It really is, man. It is. I'm only saying it here. Arsenal football team, club players, all in the mud. Absolutely. Don't forget Super Chat to get your players in the mud. So who we had? We got Liverpool.
Who
else we had? We've had Arsenal. Who do we have in between Arsenal?
There was someone else.
Hugo
Lloris.
Oh yeah, you put Hugo Lloris in. Okay.
We put Hugo Lloris.
The guy said we, you know, this guy. I just didn't care. So I'm like, yo, it's Hugo Lloris. Respectfully.
Jack Grealish.
All right, go on, talk. This caught me off guard. Go on. What happened with Jackie Grealish?
When he signed, right, for 100 M's, I said at the start of the season, Pep made his decision, innit? He could have gone and got Kane, put the money over there. You went for Grealish, innit? To me, you was making a decision, conscious decision, innit? And the narrative was, I think it was it the first game of the season where Pogba got like 4 assists or something crazy? And Graham Souness was on TV. Because the pundits thought they had him banked to right. Like, you have to now say something positive about Paul Pogba, in it. And Graham Souness's response was, he cost 100 million. You're supposed to do that every game.
You're supposed to get 4 assists. That's now the bar.
That is now the bar, isn't it? My memory is terrible, and that stuck in my head, innit? That is now the bar, innit?
That's this guy just needs the evil, sinister laugh, you know. You know what I'm saying?
That is now the bar, bro. If you cost 100 M's, you have to back 4 assists every game.
That is ridiculous, yo. Like, that is just a gender upon, like, that's just shamelessness, fam. That is ridiculous. I said it on Big Sky Sports, you know.
Oh my God, there is Shameless, and then there's Graham Souness, in it. Like, yo, someone said recently he's on the Mount Rushmore of haters, in it.
Right, he is on the Mount Rushmore of haters. That is he is absolutely. Absolutely.
So you set the bar in it because you're a pundit on Big Sky Sports, yeah? You said if you cost 100 mil, you have to score. You have to bag 4 assists per game, innit? Now Pogba never cost 100 million, innit?
Yep.
He was like 50 million shy of that, but who cares about facts, innit? And I've been watching Grealish closely this season, innit? And I'm not seeing no 4 assists per game, bro. Like, I think he's got 2 goals and 2 assists, innit?
Mm-hmm.
4 goal contributions. And it's like, how many games have passed? Like 16. You get me? Like, where's the energy that you had for Pogba for Jack Grealish, innit?
You know we ain't going to bring that energy.
You've got to be in the mud for that, innit? And Grealish is in the mud as well because you cost 100 million and you haven't bagged 4 assists, innit? I'm being serious, bro.
So basically, Souness grabbed Grealish on the way down.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm being deadly serious, innit? Like, for me, he's actually playing decent. You look at his numbers as well. He's actually performing at a similar level, if not outperforming some of his metrics from last season, which you're going to in the City side, innit? But you're still not making the difference when it comes to actual goals or assists. And you'd be playing striker a lot of the time, innit? Like, you'd be there in the false 9 or on the left or on the right. So, bro, like, you got to be in the mud as well, bro, because you cost 100 million, yeah? And if you cost 100 M's, you have to bag 4 assists per game, innit? Even if you take that out of it, yeah, for 100 million, we still need more from you, innit? Because it's January now and we've give you however many months in it. So it is what it is, bro. I didn't make the rules. The Sky Sports pundit made the rules, innit? Because it's January. Pogba's been out for like 2 months and you still haven't surpassed him when it comes to the GNA.
Still 7. Yeah, it's facts.
So, boy.
Facts.
Is what it is, isn't it?
100%. Nah, I get what you're saying, and that large up Souness. He is on the Mount Rushmore of haters.
He is on the Mount Rushmore of haters, bro.
Like, you are 100%. Who else is on the Mount Rushmore of haters?
I actually seen a picture recently where they had the Mount Rushmore of haters, and it was so accurate. And I don't know if I saved it, but you would agree with it.
Who did they have? They definitely like Souness is definitely up there.
I can't remember who was on it.
Skip Bayless on there.
Yes,
Skip Bayless is on there. That's another one. Yeah, Skip Bayless. Who else? Trying to think who else. Skip definitely
was on there.
100% Skip's on there.
That's gonna bother me. I can't remember who was on it.
I'm trying to think who else. That's not in the chat, people. Who else? Who do you lot think in the chat is on the Mount Rushmore haters? Now let me know. Well, let us know, I should say. And Wild Tox looks for that. Big up Vegas.
It was J. Jonah Jameson as well from Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. He a hater. Oh yeah.
Did I save this?
Definitely. Jameson is right up there. Who else?
Oh, my signal's collapsing here.
Yeah, a few of us Arsenal fans that are sensible and reasonable, but the masses make us look bad. Big up Flawless. Vegas Gunner, you are one of the few. That's why I don't get onto you. I wouldn't get onto a deluded Gunner, a Lee Gunner, Cam. Because you lot are sensible Arsenal fans. I'm talking the masses make it bad for you lot. Because you know, Vegas Gunner, we've had regular enough conversations just on here alone. Right, I know that you're like, yeah, you know what you're talking. You're fully aware of where Arsenal are at and where you're aiming to go to. Absolutely. Big up to Black Diamond as well, giving Tox his flowers. He just put the fire emojis with the laughing emojis.
Big up Black Diamond.
Saying, well, it says big up, big up Bamesy in the chat. This guy, you don't see? Oh, he's running agendas and that. Nah, Black Diamond, I would never do this. He says, Flawless. Why have you been denying us Tox? He's absolute quality. When you don't see Tox around, it's because Tox busy. I never say, yo, no. Like,
here we go.
He's access, here we go. Oh, Piers Morgan, definitely. Morgan. Yeah. I can't stand Piers Morgan. Can't stand him. He's a guy I would never
Mount Rushmore of haters, isn't it?
I would never get tired of repeatedly punching him in the face.
That's the Mount Rushmore of haters, fam. That is factual. Graham Souness, J. Jonah Jameson, Skip Bayless, and Piers Morgan. That is absolutely the Mount Rushmore of haters.
Yeah, definitely. That is brilliant. That is
without a doubt
one. But yeah, anytime you don't see that's what it's like. Because when breaking news and big things have happened, Tox has popped up. Like that's what it's like. When Ollie got sacked, you seen him around. Something else big happened around that time. Ronaldo. Like, so when big moments, you'll see him appear. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm here on every Tuesday, innit?
Yeah, you're here now, but he's saying beforehand. Yeah. He's here. And we're going to bring back the Sarcasm City podcast as well.
1,000.
Just coming in first. Like, we there because Monts has been asking for it. Tox has mentioned it. I want you as well. Make sure you hit the like button as well, people. Hit the
Ramsay.
like button and subscribe to the channel. I don't think Gordon Ramsay a hater.
I don't think so.
He just tells you your food's trash.
Hell's Kitchen is great TV, fam.
Is that the one where
all 20 seasons of
he
that.
has the chefs come in and like one of them is going to be the number one chef?
Yeah.
Okay, because then he's got Kitchen Nightmares where he goes to people's restaurants and he fixes them.
I've never watched
He sorts them out. That's funny.
Does he be cussing them out?
Yeah.
Yo, Hell's Kitchen is great.
Yes.
They got like 20 seasons.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Noah wants to know how you became large up Noah. How you became a United fan.
Big up Noah. My mum is actually a City fan. My pops is a City fan. My uncle though is a United fan. So like after every United game, I'd always be at my grandma's in it when I was younger. After every United game, he'd go to the game, and then he'd come to my grandma's afterwards, just singing the songs in it. Like, so I knew before, like from the age of like 3, before even watching a United game, I knew the United chants and whatnot. He'd come around on his hooligan shit.
Yeah.
So he indoctrinated me with all his chants and coming around with his propaganda and shit in it. Like I got propagandaed into being a United supporter in it. So large up Uncle Dave in it.
There you go. Big up to Uncle Dave.
Because I would have been a City fan without that.
See that? Yeah. You as a City fan would have been fucking unbearable.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Never fan.
Like in the in-studio vibes instead of the online vibes, allow my Arsenal, please, Flawless. We're going through the most. I'll allow them for you. You've already missed that portion and that. And yeah, man, we're going to do it in the mud. This will always be in person every Tuesday, and we took it back to like the original of what it is. And I know you lot prefer this as well. So big up to you, Ashley, as well. So we got Arsenal. Who else is in the mud?
Martial Hive, innit?
All right, talk about it. I've been waiting to this because someone asked our thoughts so we can mix the two in and involved.
This wasn't on my list. It's just the deal got finalized today. Martial's going to Seville, which is a decent move. They second in La Liga. They in Europa League, so he's going to Europa League side like I said he would. But Martial FC are in the mud, yeah, because the love you man have for this guy is a bit weird, isn't it? Like, bro, don't get me wrong. I think he had the potential to be a phenomenal player. He has a lot of skills and traits and attributes that I actually like. I liked him as a number 9. I liked his hold-up play, his link-up play, his pace. For a long time, he was the best one-on-one finisher in the club. I think he might, before he left, he might still be the best one-on-one finisher in the club if you're taking out Ronaldo.
Well, I'm just letting you
he might actually be above Ronaldo when it comes to
I think finishing
one-on-one finisher.
Yeah,
like
I think he is.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
You, the keeper, the goal. I actually might back Martial above Ronaldo. I like him as a player. I love him as a player, in fact, but as a person, like, just he ain't got it all up there, man. He's not designed for the rigors of Premier League football at a top squad, at a top team where you got competition for places. And we've seen this time and time again. I don't need to rehash it. We've had this debate many a times. But just today, just watching the outpouring of sadness from Martial FC fans, it's just like, yo, you man are weird, innit? Like,
hey, yo, go on.
I just think it's weird. Like,
yeah, but that's Hives for you, from. That's why I'll never be a part of a Hive.
Don't
like,
ever be a...
I'll run bants and run jokes about being FC of a player or a manager or something, but that's just me running bants.
What are you, man? Like, you like these man are like when Ronaldo left.
I was genuinely hurt by that. But you keep it moving.
This is how these men are acting, though.
Yeah, because again, we were talking about Arsenal not knowing success for so long, so they clutch at everything. That's what it is for United fans. Like, Bainesy ain't seen United be successful. That's why he clutches at Ronaldo now.
Okay.
He's a prime example. Like, we've seen this. Me and you have both seen all of our favorite players and all of our greats who brought us so much success leave.
Yeah.
We've seen all our favorite. Me and you do our top 20 lists. Right now, it could be different, the same, whatever. It'd be similar, whatever order you want to put it in. We've seen them all leave. You've seen your favorite captain leave, whoever that is. I've seen my favorite captain leave. You've seen your second favorite. So strikers, wingers, all that. I've seen all these men leave. All of these men leave over different periods.
We've always been all right in it. Like,
yes.
We've always been all right. Like, the one that stands out most to me is Ronaldo. I was genuinely hurt because we knew it was coming for so long. Yeah. And he wanted it so bad. And he left, like, not at the top of his game because he's still elevated in it, but you could have never imagined that he was going to elevate more than what he was at United.
He left us where he was going to the top of his game, and with him staying, we could have maintained our level. Like we could have made.
Bear in mind, we still went to Champions League finals after he left.
Yeah, there was a year after. So imagine he was still there. What we could have done in terms of leagues and Champions Leagues.
That hurt, innit?
Absolutely.
How you man are going on online today over Anthony Martial? Yeah, is if Twitter was around when Ronaldo left, is exactly how I would expect it to be. You get me? I'm like, it's Anthony Martial, bro. This guy's like down tooled for like the past year and a half.
But it's hope. It's the hope because that's all they have. What else do fans who are younger have? The reason why they are on Martial, the reasons you said, the talent is there. I'm hurt by the Martial going. I'm legit like hurt about it, even though it's only temporary, because I believe he's good enough to be a part of this team, as we've seen the difference he made, even though it was only a small part against West Ham. So it kind of, but I have to keep the same energy and say, if a player doesn't want to be here, let them go. Is that all on Martial? No, I understand why he doesn't want to be there. I wouldn't advise somebody to sign for Manchester United right now. Absolutely not. It's not a place where anything or anybody flourishes. Nobody blossoms here. No matter your talent, no matter your position, no matter how old you are, no matter what you've done, who thrives here? Nobody thrives here on the entire time. Who's been here when you're like, yo, they might thrive for a small period of time, but Bruno for a small period of time, and then it turned. Bruno had it, but it
like
turned
a year straight.
All right, so he's
he
the
was
longest.
balling out for like a year.
So all right, so he even going to get to a year straight, and then what happened afterwards? Declined. 2 hot albums, and then his third and his fourth tanked.
That's just generally how it goes, isn't it?
No. Not when you're. I'm using that analogy. Not when you're at a top team. That don't happen at City. That don't happen at Liverpool. That don't happen at Chelsea. Players stay consistently good. Like Hazard was consistent, even though he had off seasons, was consistently good and consistently competing. My overall point is at Manchester United, nobody flourishes here. Nobody flourishes here.
For me, the reason why Martial doesn't flourish is very clear.
It's multiple things. It's not, and I was saying this on Monday United. It's not just one thing. Is Martial to blame? Absolutely. Does Martial have to take accountability? Do the players around him have to take accountability? Also, yes. Does the lack of system have to take accountability? Also, yes. Do the managers who managed him also have to take accountability? Also, yes. All of those things are true. Agreed. Because it's not just him. We've seen Rashford suffer. We've seen Pogba suffer. We've seen better players than Martial suffer. We've seen Ronaldo come in, who's one of the greatest goal scorers in history of the game.
No, he
coming
is
and
the
suffer.
greatest goal.
Nah, I'm just saying that. The reason why I always say one of, so somebody don't pop up in the chat saying, nah, such and such is bad.
Let them pop up in there. They're wrong, innit?
Nah, because that's a whole nother argument. I'm not trying to go on a whole nother lane because I don't know. I'm saying he is just one of the best in the history of the game. Yeah, he's coming and doubted. The only reason why people doubted Varane, one, because of the United tax, but two, because of what we're going through. Varane goes anywhere else, there's no doubt.
I think people just look at United through weird glasses, innit? Because Varane don't play bad.
Varane's been good this season.
He's been good this season.
He's been good. He made one mistake.
Let everyone else tell it. He's been terrible, innit?
No, but that comes down to people hating on United and the United tax and the pressure that comes with it. But my point is, if he goes anywhere else, even though he'd be under that scrutiny at Liverpool, it wouldn't be the same. The doubts came because it's like, right, no one thrives here. What was one of the biggest conversations? Right, how's he going to line up next to Maguire? Maguire's going to drag his game down. Did they have a centre back that fits with him? Did they have a DM that can sit in front of him? Blah, and all that.
We'll see how Martial does at Seville, innit?
I
think you're at your level now. Mentally, that's not your physical attribute level, but that's your mental level. I don't think like you can be there and be head honcho and no one really challenge you for the position you want to be in. You get me? But I don't ever see him coming back to a United and flourishing. I don't see him going to any top team and flourishing because as soon as he has competition, his ass falls out, innit? So stop all the theatrics online, innit? Martial FC are in the mud. I considered myself to be Martial FC at one point in time.
You were never Martial FC.
I was Martial FC up until recently.
Sure.
You want to leave?
Yours was Martial FC as Bainesy was Martial FC.
I was Martial FC, right? Until Cavani came and he down tools. That's when I stopped being Martial FC. It's not even like I stopped being Martial FC. I want him to do well, but it's just like, I see you for you now, innit? As soon as someone comes in and you've got challenge, you've got competition for the spot you want, you just down tools. Like you down to, we watch you just down tools, innit? It happens time and time again. And that's why I say he's at his level mentally, innit? Seville, you can go there and ball out and play every game and you get me. But like at a United, at a top team where you're going to have top class competition for your place, we've seen his ass fall out too many times.
I wouldn't go as far as that.
His ass falls out.
I won't go as far as to say is he down tools. I don't think
he's down tools.
I don't think he's down tools.
This has happened before, isn't it?
I think that, but I think just because a player is going through a run of bad form, like there's many things that players go through run of bad form. That's not that. Confidence adds into that as well.
The whole season.
Yeah, he had a bad season, fam. Who doesn't have a bad season?
Oh, he's done this before. Bro.
Yeah, but okay,
you just take the whole season off.
No, it's not taking the whole. No, it's not taking the whole season off. He had a bad season. Every player has. Well, most players who are not in the top bracket of have bad seasons.
I hear you, but we're talking about Martial.
No, so that's what I'm saying. With Martial, I wouldn't say he down tools last season. I'd say he was in the worst possible predicament and he didn't help himself either in terms of his performances. Like things like his touch one at times. That's not him down in tools. That can come down to more for things. That's technical. That's also your confidence going as well. Because like if you put him in, like I say, he flourished. To me, he flourishes in the right system. You put him in Liverpool's team, he'd do fine in that Firmino role. Absolutely fine. He'd ball out.
Not if Firmino's there.
Of course he would.
If Firmino's there,
of course he would.
And there's a threat that Firmino might play above you if Firmino's trained better than you this.
And where he gets the monkey on his back is from that is players in front of him, if they're get more chances than him, and that can go part into it, and that is mentally, but that's different in terms of these man get more chances on me and don't flourish. Cavani hasn't been well when Cavani's not been good since he's been here.
Yeah, he's still in the mud. I put him in the mud.
Yeah, that's my point. Is all the players who have been in front of him haven't been good yet. I don't get my chance.
You didn't even. He downs tools straight away. That's my problem. You didn't even fight. You didn't even. Let's see how this Cavani thing plays out. He's 33. He might have lost a step.
You're talking about this season or
last season? Oh. He's 33. He might have lost a step. You know, me and him can fight it out. I'm more techier than him. I got youth on my side. Like I had a great season. I had a great season last season. Like let's battle it out. No, as soon as Cavani came in, down tools. We had to bring a Gallo in for backup, bro. Like, nah, bro, he's not that.
Oh yeah, like I was saying,
he's at his mental level, innit?
Like I was saying, do I believe he'll do well at Sevilla? Yes. Then the question mark is, who does the manager that comes in? Do they want him? Do they play to him? Do they move him on? That's the big question mark. I don't know. Depends on who the manager's coming in.
Right foot. Pace, like this guy scores mad goals. Like that goal, his goal versus City, where on his left foot he shot from like the edge of the box and he just like whistled and like, bro, like we don't have a lot of players that can do that, bro. He's top quality in terms of his technique. It's all up there. We don't have it, bro.
Like I say, I just think a lot of things add into it, and I do believe he is a confidence player as well. I think that adds into it, and that's mental. And I wouldn't have no confidence either. Do you have to be a bit tougher? Yes. But I wouldn't. Nobody thrives here. That's why I'm not sticking it all on Martial. Nobody thrives here. So that's why I can't turn around and say it's just you. No. That's Cavani down to
Cavani's just trash. He's 34. I just think we're taking other issues that we have and using that as an excuse for Martial.
No excuse. I've already said. I said from the very start, from the jump. Forget Hives because I don't pay attention to them. Because Hives, you're never going to get an honest answer out of them. A Hive is never going to turn around and say our player played bad for any team. So that's why I'm forgetting Hive. I've said from the jump, Martial needs to do more. But again, you are not going to flourish here because nobody flourishes here. This is not a place to flourish. Paul Pogba, who is a better player than you, hasn't flourished here. That's a prime example. And I don't think it's a down.
When we say flourish,
Paul Pogba has underachieved at Manchester United. That's not the argument to be had, fam. Come on. How is it? So you think Paul Pogba's hit the heights he was supposed to? I think he's one of the best players in the position in his world. He has underachieved. Again, that's not on him.
Right.
You crazy, fam.
Paul Pogba is a victim of perspective and people that don't do their research, innit? Paul Pogba, right, when he came in, because he came in for the price tag he came in at, everyone expected Lampard numbers and Bruno numbers, but didn't understand that he doesn't play that way. That's idiotic. That's not him, innit? So when you say underachieved, like he's actually operating at a higher level than he did at Juventus when everybody was glad to have him. You get me? Like, so I'm talking strictly on a personal level. Him as a player, he does exactly what he's supposed to do. Paul Pogba's actual issue is the help around him.
No, the help around him is trash.
And we see it when he's not. Bro, we can't even progress the ball through. Like, bro, we're missing so much right now. The one issue we have as United team is Paul Pogba's not in there, bro.
No, that's
things will switch as soon as he comes back.
Of course, because he's our best player. I'm not disputing that. But my point is, I'm not disputing that. You know me. I'm a massive fan of him. I'm a massive fan of Pogba. Has he underachieved at Manchester United? Yes, because there's certain performances I've seen you play, and I'm like, that's not good enough. I hold you to a higher standard because you're our best player. I hold him to a higher standard than anybody else. All the things you just said, they all play a part. Yes, similar to Martial. But my point being is, has he underachieved? Yes, he has been. Because we've seen top quality players in sides that aren't good and perform. Kane did that, not so much this. Kane did that at Spurs year in, year out.
It's very difficult to make the difference that you want to be made from the sixth position.
It is very tough.
It is very tough. People don't, for some reason, because of his price tag, I think it probably is, and this goes into perspective, people don't take that into position.
No, I hear that though, but because I rate him so highly, I think he's capable of doing that. His performances haven't been up to the standard that is. As a six, I think he's good enough. Even though I don't think, even though I don't think him as a six is his best position, I'm saying Paul Pogba is talented enough to elevate, to play better, have better performances, and elevate this club further. Like when I look at games like the Europa League final, that's when I'm asking you to step up. The team around you is good enough. Bruno's there, who's your guy. Rashford was poor. Cavani's play. You have enough talent around you. You dropped a stinker from. I expect more from you. But against Villarreal, I expect, because you know what the difference is. When he came on against AC Milan, that's what I'm expecting. I can't remember if he played from the left or he played in the 6 or the 8. You scored a winning goal. It wasn't just him scoring the winning goal. I've seen Pogba make the difference in big games in poor teams. City, for example, 2-0 down, they're going to win the league title. Who dragged us to that win? That's Paul Pogba who scored the brace.
We're talking about a difference being made and still using the metric of goals and assists for
I didn't for the Villarreal game. I'm saying do better.
The two games you just mentioned, AC Milan, I don't even remember that game.
AC Milan. I also stated there, outside of the goal, he was still clear our best player. Every time,
even that can jar your perspective.
Every time Manchester United play, 8 times out of 10, Paul Pogba should be our best player on the pitch. The thing is,
from a 6, I'm not.
Yes, from a 6,
doing all that.
Yes.
The thing is, I've said this, and your levels. I've said this multiple times. People rarely struggle to read the game outside of goals and assists in it. Someone can have a stinking game, right? And you see it on, like, when you look at people's match ratings. Someone have a shit game, score a goal, and then the match rating will jump up.
That's dumb. I don't get that
like, score. But that's how people look at football. The way how I judge Martial has to be totally different to how I judge Pogba, because Pogba plays deeper than our defensive midfielder. What do I want you to do from there to really affect the game? He does what I need him to do. Keep the ball moving, pass the ball through the lines, get the balls into the strikers, and keep your pass percentage.
And he does that, but not often enough. He doesn't play. So Pogba plays 7.
Sometimes he does have games where it's like your passing's been off this game.
Consistently, again, consistently. Because that's where I rank players, the difference between good, great, and elite. And I've seen players dictate from the 6. Pirlo dictate from the 6.
That's what Pogba does, bro.
You are bored, but you don't do it as consistently as he did it. And you're good enough, not to get to Pirlo levels. That's a whole nother conversation, because that's one of the best players in that role. What I'm saying is I'm expecting more consistently. I'm expecting you to be better. And over the 5 years you've been here, or 6-7 years, add in as well another thing where I think he's underachieved. Injuries. I think people overlook that.
His injuries are terrible. His
injury record is shocking.
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, that man is saying 11 as well, so we will cut the show soon.
But I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, well, my point is, I expect more from you. I'm not saying he's been bad. Someone said there Pogba was good last year. I think Pogba's been good for Manchester United. No doubt about it. I'm not saying he hasn't been good. But you know what? My expectation level of him is great.
You need to adjust your perspective.
He's great.
Which is what I started this with, innit?
He's great. Nah, man, I don't think with Pogba, no, I expect you to be the best player more often than not. And
there's only so much you can do to be the best player from play. We don't play Pogba in his correct position.
I agree.
We play him deeper. If he's playing with Matic, he's deeper than Matic.
And that's a problem.
It's insane to me.
That's a problem.
There's no other player playing in the 6 that you expect this from. You know
why? You know why? Because there's no other player I have on his level. So I expect more from you because you are that good.
But that's perspective.
No, you're good enough though.
Judge him as the player that plays in the position that he plays.
So you think Pogba? So you don't think Pogba as a 6 is good enough to do what I think he can do? You think he has to play as an 8 or a 10?
What do you mean? Like, I think what he does as a 6, he does his job as a 6 more.
So you think his level of 6 is good?
I think it's phenomenal.
You think that's his maximum?
I don't think it's his maximum. I think his maximum would be 8.
No. I'm talking about playing in a 6. Do you think he's played at his maximum level?
But you're judging Pogba for his level. I'm judging Pogba for the position that he's playing.
No. I'm saying as a number 6, is Pogba played? Has he played and consistently played at the level he can in that position for Manchester United? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Because you're stunted in the position that
He
you're
is stunted. That's why I'm not expecting.
He's actually stuck being a quarterback in the sixth.
I agree with that. However,
and it's actually a tragedy.
It is a tragedy our misuse, and that's why I said it's not all on him. But do I expect more from him, whether he's playing a 6 or an 8 or a 10? And his games where he's played 8s and he's played 10s and he's played from the left, and he's not been good enough.
When we put him in the 10,
yeah, he's cold
for like 4 months.
He's cold.
This guy won Ollie a job.
Yeah, he did. And that's my point.
And then he got the job.
And then he put him back to the 6.
Ah, man, I'm going home, innit?
Yeah.
I'm going home.
And he's still, and the thing is with that, he's still, even as a 6, he's still balling out. He's playing out of position in the worst possible predicament, and he's still balling out. But that's how good he is.
This is why I'm saying that. When you look at how he played for Juventus, the problem was Twitter was around, so you'd see people put up clips of these wonder goals that he scored. He only ever scored 10 goals a season for Juventus. Go look it up, innit? Like, facts. So people, Graham Souness, he costs 100 million. He should, bro. He was never that player. Yeah. Especially from the 6.
And I agree with you here, because Black Diamond says we had no definitive style of play under Ollie, and Jose was overly pragmatic. No system, just all our players have underachieved. This goes back into my argument. Yes, all of our players underachieved. Martial got moved around from wide to 9 to wide to 9. I'm still unsure as to exactly what he is because he's been moved around so much. All of our players underachieved. You know what I'm saying? I think we've misused Bruno. I've said this. Bruno's 2 best performances this season is him playing in the 8. I've been saying for the longest, Bruno is not a 10.
Bruno's whole season that he played for Sporting before he came here, he was an 8. He wasn't a 10 at
This
Sporting.
is my point. I didn't know that. I didn't watch him enough. That's my. I'm not even disputing what you're saying. That's my point about us misusing players and not giving players. And I agree with Black Diamond with the last part. All of our players underachieve. That's why I take that into consideration. But it's not solely on them. This is why Martial is to blame. This is why Pogba is partly to blame. This is why Bruno's partly to blame. Same with Rashford. It's a mix. Yeah. My whole point is it's not one thing. That is my whole point. It's not one thing. I'm not saying it's just Pogba. Absolutely. Have we been misused? Yes. What we've done to Pogba is fucking criminal. It's absolutely criminal. The fact that we got talented young player like Martial and what we did to him is criminal. What we did to Rashford was criminal. What we are currently doing to Greenwood is criminal. Do I believe Ralph can change that around? Yes.
The difference is I don't want it to get misconstrued like, we mistreated. Like, I get that in it. But the difference is when you're a 6, you have actual reins on you. When you're a 9, or you're then put on to the left, you're still not getting reins put on you as such, innit? I hear that. When you're a 6, there's reins.
Yeah. I'm not saying this. The thing is, I'm not saying it's more or less. I'm just saying you can debate the percentages. I ain't debating this, but I'm saying it's everything. I'm not saying it's one thing. You know what I'm saying in that? Like it's not just one thing. It's not solely Martial's fault. It's not solely Pogba's fault. Did them two both need, and I think both of them would tell you my performances haven't been good enough at Manchester United. I think they're both honest enough to say that. However, the managers they've had haven't been good enough. The players around them haven't been good enough. The system hasn't been good enough. The club hasn't been good enough. Fans haven't helped. Fans booing players and all them things there, that doesn't help. The toxic atmosphere at times doesn't help. Why boo a player who's coming on to play for your club? Wild. That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? In that. Let me check this is the real Saeed as well. But big up to Saeed every single time. Go on, fam.
What I'll end on.
I got one last one. Go on. I'll let you finish it.
Ralph looks smart enough to play Pogba and Bruno as 8s.
I agree.
He looks like he's gearing up for that. He's already pushed Bruno back to the 8, and Bruno's playing better as an 8. His passing percentage stats has gone up. Like, you get me? Like, so Ralph looks smart enough. So hopefully, at the end of the season, we see Bruno and Pogba play like fire as well. So in the mud, we had Arsenal, we had Liverpool, Hugo Lloris, Jack Grealish, Graham Souness, Martial, FC Hive, which all Hives need to get in the fucking bid anyway. So I'm all for it. Like, and I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm hurt. When I got told he left, like I was like things don't bother me. I was but I'm like, yo, the show must go on type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and I wanted to get to this as well. So people, I don't know where they play, but there's this team and it's called Maidberg. And it's like Maidberg fans point giant fucking arrows to show players where the goal is after 5 games without scoring. So look at that, people. They got high standards in Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah. So they've got arrows and bright out, luminous. You know what I'm saying? Orange, yellow, green to show them where the goal is. And look, they moved. They moved to show them where the goal is. I respect that. So I just got to put Maidberg attackers in the mud, in it. You know what I'm saying? Maidberg attackers in the mud. That's what I'm doing in that.
Yo, Arsenal
100%.
scored for a minute as well, innit? So
yeah, facts. But all right, we're gonna close out, people. We are gonna close out. But love to everyone that's locked. Anything you want to add, fam, before you leave?
jump on Twitch at 11 o'clock. We're gonna cook worldwide Chelsea. I'm gonna try speed on before.
Yeah, speed on, but wait for
starts,
you. No. So yeah, calm. You know what I'm saying? Love to everyone that has locked in. Hope you lot have enjoyed In the Mud. Don't forget this show. All the other shows, aside from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. The links underneath in the description. But yeah, we're back. Yeah, like Tok said, Twitch will be on Sarcasm City TV versus Worldwide Chelsea. And also Lakers versus Nets watch-along. So we're going to see, I'm saying the Lakers probably get cooked. Yeah, again, from 26
you know how difficult it is to like be a United fan and like be a Lakers fan as well. It's tough, you know. I don't even pay attention to basketball right now because Lakers are that trash, innit? Like, because it's basketball, I can jump in and jump out. Normally, I jump back in around playoff times.
Yeah, playoff times.
But like, it's tough, innit? Like, I have no respite from the trash. You get me? Like, you know what I mean? I should be able to like look over at basketball and be like, Lakers are doing well in it. Can't even do that. 100%. So I'm just saying, innit? I'm in the mud.
I hear you, fam. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we move in that is. But yeah, man, I hope you lot have enjoyed In the Mud. We're gonna keep these shows rolling as well. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. And this has been In the Mud on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.